Howdy fellas, Uncle Sasquatch. A couple of weeks back, I demonstrated making char cloth. So what we're going to do today, hopefully, is make a little smoke and start us a fire using that char cloth. So we've got our char cloth out here, and also we have a flint and steel kit, which is a steel striker and a shard of flint. We're going to use that to take a piece of char cloth and hopefully catch a spark and get that char cloth to burn up and make some fire. So what I'm going to do, I found some dry grass. As I was growing up, I always heard it called sage grass. It's more like a broom straw grass, I would say. So what we're going to do, we're going to make us a tinder bundle. Kind of break those fibers up a bit. Maybe just a dry leaf or two. Now, over to my side here, I've got two different little piles of twigs. I've got some that's smaller than a pencil. And what you want to do once you get your tinder bundle going, you want to start adding the small twigs first to get a little fire going. Alright, so what we're going to do is take our striker and our piece of flint. Now there's two different ways to do this. You can hold the flint still, move the striker, or you can turn it around, hold the striker like this, and move the flint. It's your preference, whatever works best for you. We're going to see if this works at all for me today. So I'm going to reach over here in my char cloth tin and get a piece of char cloth, and I'm going to lay it on that flint as close to the edge as I possibly can without covering up the edge of my flint there. So you want to strike this at an angle that will make a shower of sparks, and be very careful when you're doing this, because you don't hit it right and miss, you can actually bust your knuckles and cut yourself. So cross your fingers and wish me luck. You want to blow on it gently. Alright, see, I didn't get going on the first try, but we've got plenty of charcoal, so we're going to find our stuff. Another piece of charcoal, a little bit bigger this time. to do that, so you need to be careful. There's a lot of combustible stuff out here. I shouldn't have left that tinder bundle that close. That's okay. And when you're out in the woods building a fire, it'd be a good idea to rake the leaves and other combustible stuff back away from your campfire spot. And if you have a way to dig a depression in the ground, that would be a good idea. But if you don't, just make sure you got all the combustibles back away from your fire. I think that's kind of funny. Hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, we put our small twigs on there, and hopefully we've got enough material left in there. Let me see if this is too hot to pick up. May have to huff and puff and blow the house sticks down to get going. It's always a good idea to have you another little pile of wood. Gather it up first before you attempt to build your fire. I have a maple tree out here in the backyard that kind of helps me out with providing a few dead leaves. And of course we had an ice storm a while back that donated a few limbs that one of these days we'll get, when it comes time to mow, we'll get them cleaned up and have us a bigger campfire. I hope you can see there down underneath the bottom of this, I'm starting to get some flame from the smaller stuff and the leftover sage grass tinder that we used. Well, they say smoke follows beauty, but I don't know about that. But at any rate, you know, you kind of get the gist of the idea. We got a little bit of a fire going. You just have to tend it and play with it. This particular tobacco tin, Hudson Bay type tobacco tin, also has a magnifying glass in the lid that you can use to start a fire as well. Say maybe on a sunny day all of your tinder is a bit damp. This might do a little bit better job of getting it started than the flint and steel would. But it's, with a little practice, it's fairly simple to use that strike a light, the flint and steel, and the char cloth that's been cooked down real good to start you a fire if you have to. You could even use some dryer lint. You know, there'll be people say, well, that's not period correct, Uncle Sasquatch. Well, this is a need-to situation. This is not going to a reenactment. We got our little twigs going pretty good, so we're going to go up to some pencil-sized, cigar-sized. And it's probably a good thing I used this old ash pan out of a smoker grill, because I got a little bit of a fire going there outside of where I need it to be. You can never be too safe. But as your fire gets going a little bit, just slowly add a little bit bigger kindling, so to speak, to the fire, and work up some coals underneath it, what you really need to do. The coals are actually hotter than the part that's flaming once you get it going real good. But anyway, you get the gist of the situation. And the Hudson Bay Tobacco Tin and the Flint and Striker, I got those, as well as this English roachbilly knife and sheath from Track of the Wolf, and I'll put a link to their website in the video description. So, thanks for watching. I hope that you learned something from this. Get outside, practice, and make a fire the old way, because one day you may not have a match or a big lighter. Y'all have a great day, and thanks to all of you that have subscribed and viewed. And until next video, this is Uncle Sasquatch. Keep your powder dry. Mind your top knot, Pilgrim.